I think the tour was satisfactory, I would say, but very pleasing after the loss to the Chiefs, the loss to the Highlanders, and then, lost to the Hurricanes as well, but we turned it around. And from that perspective, I think it was really a good tour. It could have gone, down the other way when you almost 20 points to 3 down against the log leaders like the Hurricanes. But it showed the character of the team to come back, and should have won the game, and phenomenal game against the Waratahs, really, and we got the 10 points, so very pleased with that.
Alice, if you could just talk about the wings, obviously Hughes, a guy that played here on tour, Johnny was on the bench, and Pat was parachuted in late.
Yeah.
Just the thinking that went into picking those two guys.
Hugh Jones definitely helped out. He's never a wing, and it's not his preferred position. I hate it playing. He hates playing at wing, but he'll help out. He's at 12, 13, and I will never put a player in a position where he gets judged in a position that he's not comfortable in. So you guys must remember, it's not that Pat Howard has parachuted you. Pat has played wing for us, and Currie Cup Pat has played for us before. And although Pat is also a centre, but he's more accustomed than Hugh Jones. He's had experience at in defending at that position as well. He came the last 2 weeks. He was on tour with us, so we prepared him for that position. So I'm happy with the decision there.
So not much experience in the back. Are you expecting the Bulls to pick a lot on them?
Yeah, definitely. That's always part of the plan. The Bulls, that's part of their plan. And, we've just got to be good at our fundamentals, whether it's catching and passing, catching high balls, whether experienced or not. We just got to be good at our fundamentals. Obviously, they've got a wealth of experience in the team. If you look at the 6 Springboks in the back line, so they've got a great side. They've got a really, like I said, besides the experienced players, they've got, I think they've got 12 in their starting lineup and about 3 on the bench, if I'm correct. So they really have a strong side, and with that, coupled with that, they've been winning 6 games on a trot out of 7 now. So I'm sure they have a lot of confidence, and like their coach said, that is a complete Bulls, a new Bulls, changed Bulls side compared to the first one. We've met up there at Loftus, so we've got huge respect for the Bulls. But then again, we're at Newlands, and it's great for us to be back home. We are very happy with the way we play, comfortable with our set piece, very comfortable with how we defensively as well, and what we do from broken play situations and turnovers. So I think our game has developed as well. So it's going to be a massive game. Flipping close to test match rugby, definitely, and we're all looking forward to Saturday.
And for the Skulk and Sia Felici, it's an interesting selection with Sia at blindside and Skulk at open side. Can you just talk about that?
Yeah, that's how serious we are about our plan. I think what happened against the Hurricanes as well. We second half we turned it around, but playing towards the ball and be more direct. And I think Scala is experienced enough to do that role. It's not a sort of a Sia Kolisi in between the two. He's a good carrier, and that is what we value. He's played a bit at 6 for us, but I think this time around that's the right plan for us and the right combination going forward for this game.
Alistair, you guys are probably a lesser than unknown quantity to them than you were possibly when you went to Loftus. But you say that they're a changed team. In what ways have they changed?
Well, look, obviously they've got Jesse Kriel at the back now. In the first instance, we had Jurgens. We played against Jurgens Visser. I think Jesse is a good player. SA under 20, former SA under 20 player that is also very comfortable with running kicks back and not just kicking the ball back. Obviously, they have worked at their set piece as well. So I know this is always going to be a set piece battle. So it won't be that easy. Like we had it, and we're under no illusion that it will be similar to the first game around. They got some players back. They've got Arno Botha back in the side. They're without Victor Matfield, but they've had continuity as well. A hell of a lot of continuity, and I think the other thing that's important for any team is when you start winning away from home. So they've beaten the Sharks away, so it's definitely a different Bulls side altogether.
But so you guys all out of Stuttgart. You guys won 2 away matches on the ground. Do you guys prefer the fact that you guys come from a full tour leading into a big match like this, playing against this?
Well, it is the cards that we dealt with. There's no preference to anything. We just got to be up for this game, and we made the best of the short week. I must say we've trained really well. I'm pleased with the preparation. I'm pleased with the players, the team that we've selected. They all physically freshened up. They're physically ready to play, and that's one thing you cannot take a chance with. I mean, at a push, I could have not forced is probably not the right word, but Dylan Leitz to play this weekend. He's probably just a 1 week, 10 days sort of injury, but look, we back the whole squad, and we want a physically sort of prepared and ready team this weekend.
And it's Louis Schroeder, the change at Skammer?
No, Louis he played well. And in fact, before we went on tour, the first 40 he had in the Chiefs game, he was also doing well before he got concussed. But Grumi has also not done anything wrong. He's been playing well continuously, and it's just a matter of rotating the two and making sure Grumi doesn't become punch drunk. And and then we will still be looking at doing that going forward and rotating players.
The Bulls are probably, when as an analyzer, considering their schedule that they've got ahead of them, under more pressure to win this game. And possibly, would you say they could possibly be more motivated than you guys?
I don't think there will be any lack of motivation for both sides. North, south, it doesn't get bigger than that. 40,000 people at Newlands. I mean, we really have a proud record at Newlands, and we want to keep it that way, because where we run on to play in front of our fans. Yeah, we'd always like to make sure that we get it right, Stephen. So there won't be any lack of motivation from our side.
Do you think that those 40,000 plus people are expecting something? In fact, can I ask you this question? Do you think
No, what was the first question? Wait for the second one. First one?
do you think the 40,000 people are expecting something?
Of course. That's the expectation in Cape Town when the Stormers team run out there at home at Newlands. It's expected to come away with the result. So that's it's not something that puts pressure on us, but it's something that we understand and we embrace that, and we actually want to make sure that they're going to carry us over that line.
Is it too early to say that the winner of this weekend's match could end up in a very favourable position in this South African?
No, there's still a lot of games to be played. It's important for us. It's another home game. In terms of our planning, home games would always be important, and especially with playing within your conference, make it even more important. So every game is important, although there's still a lot of rugby to be played.
And it's just on that point, wins at Loftus are quite rare. And, you don't really want to throw away the magnitude of that result by losing it to the team that you just beat at Loftus. Is that fair?
Yeah, definitely. I think, like I said, conference games are massively important. If you want to get to playoffs, the first and foremost thing is you've got to win your conference. That's guaranteed. You get to the playoffs, and therefore alone, it's the most important thing for us, is to make sure that we're right up there and we stay ahead, and we become conference winners in the end. That's the objective. So we're on track. Doesn't matter where it happens on Saturday. It's something you can't predict. Unfortunately, it's a bounce of the ball at times, but we're well prepared and we're looking forward to this one.
And this is just a return of Dwayne. How big a boost is it to get Dwayne back for a game like this?
Oh, massive. And I don't think, we actually just relying on Dwayne. Yes, we're relying on his leadership. It's great to have Dwayne back in the side. He's been missing the players. I mean, I could see that when he rocked up there on Tuesday at HPC. He was there very early. You couldn't wait to see the players. So it's just a great positive for us coming back with 2 wins under the belt and getting your captain back as well. That's really looking forward to this game. But we all know the game against the Bulls is a battle of attrition. It's going to be physical. And that's the first questions before any tactical questions will be asked. Is you've got to man up on both sides, and that's where you will be tested.
Minister, would you say the 5 home games to come, given this on the Bulls and the Sharks both to tour still, you are favourites for the conference title with this just past the halfway point in the season? So is it yours to lose?
I'll leave it up to you guys to say again who's favourites, like you did at the beginning of the year. Look, we were probably fourth or last on the so let's keep it there, Craigie. I don't know, Craig. I might make a mistake in that prediction, but I'm happy with the position where we are. Definitely, Craig. I'll be lying if I say that we've done the hard work. We've done the hard work. We came back with 10 points from tour. We won 2 away games in the first couple of rounds, you understand? So if you put and you do your maths, you've got 8 away games, 8 home games, and obviously you would always like to win 2 away from those away games in South Africa, which is 50%, and you'd like to win 2 on tour, which is 50%, then you can make your sums, and we like in a position where we can really kick on.
You say you've done the hard work, but I've seen some teams in this competition do the hard work and then suddenly they suddenly look quite flat because they put it in. And you've got 3 games to go till your bye.
Yep.
And it could be quite a sort of attrition because you've got another derby in Bloemfontein, if I'm right.
Yep.
How are you managing that? Keeping the players fresh because you want to go into that bye in a strong position.
If I look at the rotation in the team, I think tight head position we're fine. We've got 2 fresh tight head props. If I look at the locks, we've rotated. I think we've done really well. Ian has come in late and he's been playing very, very good rugby. The Lucy's also before the injury to Reinhardt and to Mikey. They've been so. As much as we might look a bit tired, I'm sure all the other teams must be sitting in the same position. But I'm happy with the way we've rotated the 9s. And I think there are certain flags that. Is red at this point in time, but I'm looking at a favourable sort of time to make those sort of rotation, before we get to the bye week. It's just also a matter of, if you look in terms of our rest with the national players, I'm pretty pleased with where we are. So if I add that up, Gavin, then like I say, where we are, I'm comfortable with the position we're in.
And so just talking about rest, Wayne's a guy who's played 1 full match rugby in the last 6 weeks. And it's the first time you've had to rest him out because of the Springbok thing. How do you see that factoring into this game? Is there a plan to bring us on earlier, or what you're thinking about that?
Well, first of all, we always have a plan with our bench, and no different this week. I think that has been giving us a hell of a lot of impact, is using our bench. And if you compare the benches to a lot of other teams, I'm really pleased with our bench and the impact that they've made. And it's also, Gav, to answer your question, and it's not just guys starting and guys resting, but it's also guys playing 60 minutes and the impact that you bring off the bench. It does help a lot. So and if you see how we turn it around against Hurricanes, bench players, against the Waratahs, bench players, then I think we've done the right things.
Just a word on Nizam. You asked him to step up Dwayne's absence, and he definitely did. You must be pretty pleased.
I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased with that. I think his omission from the team this week in starting, it's because of a few other issues that we've got that we need to sort out, and in the way we want to play. And I'm sure he's a great rugby player. He will sort that out. He's bought into that. It's not the where he was last year, obviously, when he used to be an open. You used him as an open side flanker. There are certain requirements, and at this point in time, I just feel it's not there. And especially going into this game this weekend, Nemo is a great player. We know where to use him and how to use him.
Alistair, can you talk more about that? Can you say anything?
No, I can't say that.
There's a related obviously to open side.
Yeah, it's related to open side. Obviously, if the Springbok national number 8 comes back, it's unfortunately the case. But as an open sider, there are certain things that we look at, and certain things that we would like to have, and it's things that we've been discussing, all along. And he knows he's got to get better at it. But I don't think it's things that it's between us, obviously, as coaches and player. But there's no ways where a player will come back and tell me that he wants to be back in the team. I don't know where you guys get that information from, but please, let me explain to you our protocol, selection protocol. When I sit a player down on a Tuesday and I tell him why he's omitted from a team, there are reasons why I do that, not to be funny. But the players are adults and they don't go on gossip, they want to hear it factual from the coach. Therefore, they have respect and there's a protocol and a culture in the team. And they've got to work hard to get. But if a player is out, there's no way you can put pressure on me to get him back to the team. Not in a million years. Maybe after I've left for Kobelco Steel, I don't know what's going to happen, but not now. So Nizam knows exactly why he's left out, and he's got a role to play. And I'm sure he's happy as can be. Every player, call them in on a Tuesday, those are the reasons. Then I announce a team. And that's that. So it's quite clear that he's got a role to play off the bench.
Number 8.
Very happy. Very happy.